That was live. Okay, apparently we're live. Let's go for it. Let's do a comic book review, shall we? Good morning, comic book fans. Welcome back to Comics in 5 Minutes. I'm your beloved host, Shorty. And after a hell of a week when I struggled to get stuff reviewed, there's only like 3 new things this week. And one of them's a miniseries and one's a movie tie-in. So it's not going to be like this huge, great week of amazing things. I'm probably going to end up talking to like maybe 3 people repeatedly, and that's it all week. But there is one good thing. And I'm hoping this review is going to be enough to get people into a comic book store and hopefully go and grab it because it's one that I absolutely loved reading. This is the cover B, by the way. If you see the cover A, don't worry about it. It's very, very cool. But keep an eye out for one that might be slightly different because a lot of the cover A's have JFK on it, but there's a different one which is a lot harder to get hold of. It was a secret one that got released, and I'm really annoyed because we didn't get any. But the cover B is great. And it is The Department of Truth by James Tynion. James Tynion IV, in fact. But it's not just Tynion. I need to actually check the name on this one to make sure I get it right, because one of the reasons I picked this up is Martin Simmons, who's doing the artwork for it. Martin Simmons is a guy who I did not know about like a year ago. I could have read stuff he did, and it didn't really land. I don't know what it was. But then I picked up a Joe Hill comic book called Dying is Easy. And some of the artwork in that was just outstanding. In fact, during the lockdown, when I was reading a copy, I had to grab my phone and take a picture of it for Instagram. I just couldn't believe how good it was. So when I saw his name attached to this one, that's what convinced me to get it. Don't get me wrong, I'm quite enjoying Tynion's Batman run. It's not the best in the world. It's not like the most out there, the most interesting, the bravest of Batman runs, but it's definitely competent. And it's enough that with an artist like this on it and his name attached as a writer, I was definitely going to take a look. Issue 1's actually on my pull list, the hope being that it's good enough for me to carry on reading it. Well, let me bury the lead right here. Yes, it's good enough. Damn right I'm going to carry on getting it. It's a great read. Now, don't get me wrong, probably a bit of that comes down to just who I am and what I kind of like. For instance, conspiracy theories. I'm not saying I like them. I kind of like that people want to believe in them and some of them are interesting, but in the nicest possible way. If you believe the Earth is flat, something disproven almost, I don't know, like 2,000 years ago by a dude in a desert with 2 sticks, then, you know, something's wrong with you, I'm afraid. There's literally no reason to believe it. But I kind of like that people do, you know, go for it, as long as it's not causing any harm. This book is actually about the harm that can come about from it. And that is something that we're talking about at the moment. If you're not entirely sure why I'm saying that, I'd say do a very, very shallow dive into the world of QAnon. Do not go into it deep. You will find nothing there that's worthwhile. But it kind of goes to show that conspiracy theories aren't just a fringe interest of people who kind of think, wouldn't it be cool if the world was different? Wouldn't it be interesting if I was right and everyone else was wrong and I'm the hero because I'm going against the vested interests of anyone else who's in power, who's trying to tell me what to do? Which is kind of the point of the comic book. It very much hangs off that. One of the main characters, an FBI agent who actually deals with this kind of thing, deals with like Proud Boy conspiracy theories and stuff like that. He is basically looking into why they believe these things, how they share it, how they use terrible, terrible memes. When he discovers actual real footage, or so he believes, that the moon landing was faked. It's the Kubrick story, if people are not aware of it. That the entire thing, it looks so good and was done so well because it was done by Kubrick. The return joke on that one, my favorite, is yes, of course the moon landing was faked, but Kubrick was such a believer, such a believer in getting everything right that he insisted they shoot on location. This is about the reverse of that, not necessarily the actual seriousness of it and what people believe and people willing to die for it. The writing in it is actually really good as well. Very realistic characters done, just like character portraits drawn in words done very effectively. It doesn't have that like full natural easygoing kind of thing that I really like. It does still come across as kind of scripted, but it's a brilliant script. It really, really is. It's probably the best thing I've read from Tynion. And he's a writer who's always been on my radar, like long before he was doing Batman. He did, if I remember rightly, he did Batwoman, and that was great. I actually say this is probably a better read than Batwoman. And I love Batwoman, especially the first few trades that he was involved in, and the artwork was fantastic. Talk about artwork a lot, but you've got to kind of see this to believe this. I've put a bookmark in this one because this one splash page is just outstanding. Look at that. Isn't that just absolutely glorious? And the entire book is full of it. There's even some really nice horror moments, which he does exceptionally well too. I've got to say, just based on issue 1 alone, almost certainly this is going on my best of the year list, and I'm really hoping that it doesn't disappoint and it carries on being just as good. With the way the world is at the moment and so many conspiracy theories flowing around there, I can't imagine he's going to run out of material. I just hope he manages to keep it interesting, keep it exciting, because it does feel vibrant and fast. He uses 9 and 12 panel pages to basically have like snapshots of things moving quickly, and it's effective. It's nice when somebody knows how to use them effectively and doesn't just use them because Alan Moore does. And on that thought, I'll leave it and I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.